Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on News Talk ZB.
And Joseph Parker is back with us. Joseph, good to see you.
Good to see you. Good morning.
Can I just congratulate you, because the last time you're in here, and I can't remember, but it was a couple of years ago, it's pre these last couple of fights you've done, and Joyce and Zhang, and I've watched it all, and I've followed you throughout the years, and it's just such a thrill to see you now doing so well, because those last two fights were amazing to watch. Do you feel the same?
Do you know what? I've had a great journey, and it continues. And I've been boxing for 11 years. And I feel like the last year is the year, finally, I've found the right formula that works for me. The right training, the right program, the right nutrition, the right rest. Everything now has fallen into place. And it's taken me 10 years to get there.
Yeah. Did you know along the way something was missing per se, or not?
I always ask myself questions after each fight. The Joyce fight, I asked myself many questions. Another fight I had was Jack Massey, where I had a win, but it wasn't a convincing win, and it wasn't the best win. I thought to myself, why am I not winning in a way where I know I can win? Why is my conditioning not the best? Why am I not resting well? And I started asking myself all these questions, and it made me find the right person.
And who is?
Who is George Lockhart,
right.
The best nutritionist, the best strength and conditioning trainer in the world.
So what does he literally do for you versus what Andy does for you, for example?
Andy Lee is the best boxing trainer in the world, and Andy Lee is the head trainer going into every fight and every camp. But George Lockhart, he's important, and I've flown him down to New Zealand, and he's living with me for 3 months while we build. He cooks all my food every day. He trains me Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we're just building for the next fight.
So he tells you what to eat?
He gives me what to eat. So
he just gives it to you. And what do you eat, and what's different about it?
At the moment, we're doing a building phase. And in boxing, I've never even known about phases. Building phase, endurance phase, power phase. I've never knew anything about this until the last year working with George. And at the moment, he's feeding me 7,000 calories a day. We're building. He wants me to be bigger, faster, stronger for when I fight and lock in the next fight.
So here's the thing. So I follow you, I follow boxing, but I'm not an expert like you. I'm assuming that this is all in place, that this is a science, that all international top-level sport is at the cutting edge of nutrition and science.
You know what? Boxing has been around for the longest time, and I kid you not, boxing is way behind on all this stuff. George Lockhart was very shocked when he came into boxing to find out that we don't have anything in place. Being the one of the longest sports around, there's nothing in place in terms of having a program, having a structure, having a plan. There's nothing.
It's the weirdest thing. So, because I look at you now, you're bigger than you have been. And one of the criticisms over the years about you is you're not big enough. If you get to Joshua, you're not big enough. So you're fixing that now.
We're fixing that, and the difference now, like you said, the difference with myself and the bigger fighters is that the size.
Yeah.
But now we're fixing that. We're going to close the gap, and the next time I fight, it's not going to be 10 or 12 kgs heavier. It's going to be 3 or 4.
Jeez. Are you resentful of that, or disappointed in that, or it is what it is? I mean,
it is what it is.
You can't go back.
And everything is timing, and the time is now.
Okay. Since we also where are you at fight-wise, by the way? Do you know anything or not?
I don't know anything at the moment. At the moment, I'm just building and waiting for the next fight to be announced or to be locked in. It's looking like it was September, now October.
Right.
So at the moment, I'm building, and I'm just I'm getting into promotion.
Yeah. Now this is why you're here, David Nika. See, now so Nika is built fantastically. And he's an Adonis, isn't he?
Yeah.
So given what you just said about nutrition and building phases and stuff like that, is that just natural? So Joshua looks the way he looks, and Nika looks the way he looks. Other people look different. That's just God.
I feel like, listen, I'm not really aware of what other fighters go through, but I'm sure Joshua has a great setup himself.
Right.
Being involved in, he's got that team, British team around him, and I'm sure he's been introduced to all these things that I'm talking about now.
Sure.
David Naika, when I trained with him in the past, he knew more about this kind of stuff than I did. So he's very, he's achieved a lot as an amateur.
Yeah.
Bronze medal at the Olympics, Commonwealth Games, and now he's made a great start to his professional career, but he does look very good. He's got a great work ethic. He's got height and reach.
Right.
He's got the abs that I've always wanted. So he is the part.
Right.
And we're very, I reckon we're fortunate to be working with a talent like David Naika.
How'd this promotion thing come about with you and David?
David
Higgins.
David Higgins looked after my career from the beginning.
Yeah.
I signed a promotional contract for 6 years, and after that, he became my manager. And along the way, David has always taught me about the business side of boxing and what's involved. And I've always shown interest. The sponsorship, the venue, the tickets, the corporates. And now he's given me the opportunity to do this event together. It's going to be my first promotional, co-promotion event with David Higgins.
Good on you. Is that to a view to life beyond the ring?
Yes,
it is. So
life beyond the ring, but also I want to help other fighters and give them the same opportunity that I was given from David Higgins to reach the top.
Isn't that nice? How far you reckon Nika can go?
Nika's already shown that he's been sparring with the top in the world in England, and he's given them the best work they've ever gotten.
Wow.
So if he continues to keep busy and keep progressing the way he is now, he's going to be, I reckon he's going to be champion of the world in the next 2 or 3 years.
Just to explain to people, he's one below heavyweight, isn't he?
Yeah, cruiserweight.
Yeah. So he wouldn't step up per se. He's a cruiser, and that's...
He can.
Really?
With Usyk was a unified champion of the world, and he stepped up to heavyweight, and now he's a unified champion of the world in heavyweight, beating Tyson Fury. Yeah. Naika can do the same thing. It's all up to him.
Seriously?
He can.
How much of it do you reckon, in your experience now, is God-given talent versus if you work hard enough with less talent, you can get there?
You need the talent, but you need the hard work. And I believe I have the talent and hard work, and I believe David Naika has the talent and the hard work.
That's super exciting. Since also we last talked, I've seen that reality television show that Tyson Fury did. In Morecambe and his family and all this. And that's, you've hung with him and his family and how he works and stuff. Is that beneficial? Is that whole Fury experience been beneficial to you?
Without Tyson, I wouldn't be where I am today. Tyson gave me the link to train with Andy Lee. He gave me the link to employ George Lockhart. He gave me his house to live in. He gave me the opportunity to fight in Riyadh. Him and Spencer Brown. So without the relationship we have, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's amazing, isn't it? Is he coming back?
He is. He's fighting on the 21st of December against Usyk. It's a rematch. Yeah. It's going to be back in Saudi Arabia.
You were there. You saw it. What do you reckon happened? What went wrong?
I feel like Tyson needs, for my own opinion, Tyson needs to be the big man and fight like the big man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he can make those positive changes coming into the next
I could see in watching the television show, because you know him, you live with him, I don't. But in watching the television program, he seems to be like he loves life until I've got to fight. So I go down to the Morecambe gym, and then I start mucking around for a while and lose some weight and getting He seems to be a freak of nature, is what I'm saying.
He's a freak of nature, but he loves to have something locked in. And when he has something locked in, he has purpose. And then all of a sudden he locks himself away and he's just grinding day in and day out. Right.
So he hasn't reached a stage in his life where he wants to give it away. I
don't think so.
So I've done everything I need to do.
If I was in that position and I became unified champion of the world, I would probably finish boxing, finish at the top.
Do you reckon you could be unified?
I can. I know I can.
Because this is what's so exciting about this. One, you got a whole bunch of genuine contenders at the moment. Heavyweight boxing looks fantastic, doesn't it, in terms of contenders? Second of all, to have a unified, instead of all these belts spread out all over the place, to have a unified champion, that's wonderful for the sport.
It's great for the sport. You have one champion, one face, one name.
Yeah.
I can be that man.
How far off, or how many fights off, do you reckon you are from that chance?
I'm 1 fight off, 1 or 2 fights off being champion of the world. 3 or 4 fights being unified champion of the world.
That's amazing, eh?
I'm very close.
And then you're going to walk away and be a promoter.
I'll walk away. I'll be a promoter. I'll just do something else with my life, enjoy it. But I'd like to help other young fighters, starting off with David Naika, reach the top.
That's brilliant. And Saudi Arabia, give me your take on, once upon a time when you started, Kevin Barry, Las Vegas, then it seemed to move to London, and now it's moved to Saudi Arabia. They seem to have all the money in the world, and that's where sport is.
Listen, they've taken over. And also, it's not just going to be in Saudi Arabia. They've got a show in America. They've got a show in the UK. I'm sure they're going to expand and go to Australia and all around the world. Yeah. Saudi Arabia's taking over the sports world at the moment.
Because the streaming service that you're on with Nika...
The Zone.
Yeah. Is that out of Saudi Arabia or not? Or am I making that up?
That's all around the world.
Yeah. So they stream it everywhere.
So David Naika's fight's going to be on The Zone. It's going to be live here in New Zealand. It's going to be broadcast all around the world. So
that's amazing.
We
don't know who he's fighting, do we yet?
Not yet, but there's a few names that he's they're just negotiating.
Good names, decent names,
good names,
sell-out names that I'd buy a table for to come along.
Of course,
all that stuff.
Of course,
good on you. All right, mate. Well, so you'll fight one more time before the end of the year, you think?
I would like 1 or 2 fights.
1 or 2?
Hopefully October and again in December.
When you're in your phase at the moment with your 7,000 calories, how much work are you doing physically?
A lot of work.
Because you got to burn that stuff
Last night I ran an hour and a half. Monday night I ran an hour. And I'm doing weights, and I'm doing weights and cardio.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work, and I'm tired. I'm tired from the training. I'm tired from eating. I'm tired from the family. I'm tired from everything. But you know what? I love it more now than I ever done before.
Good on you, mate. Listen, it's lovely to catch up with you. Good luck with the promotion job. Good luck with the fight, and we'll get you back in again soon.
Thank you very
some
much.
more. Always good to see you.
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on News Talk ZB.